Hi guys, my name is Ohis and for those who don't know me, I'm a journalist. I'm quite comfortable with sports and politics. Until recently, I was at Radio 93.7 FM Benin, doing what I think I know how to do best. Now I have decided to start creating content. Today, I'll be talking about the Euros, of course, hosted by 11 cities or hosted in 11 cities by 11 nations, as the case may be. And probably the most entertaining Grand Slam tournament in tennis history, Wimbledon. So we can start with the Euros, the round of 16 review. 29 goals were scored, four big football giants have been kicked out. Well, surprisingly, astonishingly, Portugal, defending champions, booted out by Belgium, probably well deserved on the balance of play. Germany, because we know how big they are. The outgoing coach Joachim Low couldn't get them past England, I beg your pardon, who fortunately got their first win in international tournaments over Germany for 55 years. Since 1966, they haven't had one over Germany. And Gareth Southgate, the guy who lost a crucial penalty in Euro 96, was fortunately the man to lead them out yesterday. And courtesy of Raheem Sterling and Harry Kane, they dumped the diamond shaft out of the tournament. Let's also talk about Ukraine, managed by the Eastern Wing, 2004 European Footballer of the Year, Andriy Shevchenko, who is now their manager and has taken them to the quarterfinals of Euro 2020. That is eclipsing his own personal, maybe objective, as the case may be. We're also going to talk about France. Well, world champions. We're also kicked out by Switzerland. People will say unceremoniously, but in football, anything can happen. Switzerland were facing the exit door elimination after Paul Pogba's fantastic goal. The core, we had everything in it, but at the end of the day, the likes of Harry Seferovic were having none of it, and the Swiss are now through to the quarterfinals, and which has been in a tournament that has been very explosive, has had a lot of ups and downs, surprises, giants getting kicked out, minnows showing their worth, proving themselves capable of mixing up with the big guys. And we're looking at an England Ukraine quarterfinal. England will have every chance to reach the semi-final. They've been saying it's coming home. It's coming home for the past 5 years. In 2018, they thought the World Cup was coming home. I'm happy they've got that ambition. They've got that hope, that belief. Probably they dream a lot, but why can't they dream? A team that can afford to leave Jadon Sancho, Foden, Mason Mount on the bench and still defeat Germany 2-0. I'm sure they have a lot of ideas and hopefully they can put them in practice in their next match. Yes, it was quite comfortable in the end for England yesterday. Thomas Muller lost a very good opportunity to make it 1-1, something he customarily dispatches. Well, I call him the most efficient player in the world, but yesterday his efficiency was nowhere to be seen. Well, let's go to Wimbledon. We probably will come back to the Euros, but I like to mix it up. Well, even though people might not be used to that way, but I try to be unique. At Wimbledon, Roger Federer didn't have it going all his way yesterday. The eight-time Wimbledon champion was actually 2 sets to 1 down against Adrian Manarino, who unfortunately succumbed to injury after that fall at 4-2 down in the fourth set against the king, the maestro. Probably most people's idea or choice of the greatest tennis player of all time. Well, Roger is in round two. Venus Williams is in round two, but Serena Williams is not in round two. She had to also give in to injury yesterday. Her injury woes continue at 3-3. In the first set, she had to throw in the towel. Not of her own making, not a choice altogether, but it was due to circumstances beyond her control. Hopefully, she'll be back and she's still in the running for a record-breaking 24th slam. She's currently or well, a record equaling. I beg your pardon. She's on 23 right now, one behind the great Margaret Williams, but one ahead of Steffi Graf, who is Andre Agassi's wife. We know Andre Agassi is one of only two players in the open era to um, complete a career golden slam, winning the Olympics and all four slams alongside the inimitable Rafael Nadal. Novak didn't have it all going against Jack Draper, but eventually got it done in four sets. Stefanos Tsitsipas, who threw away the Roland Garros final, of course, lost it to Novak in the end. Also lost in the first round to Frances Tiafoe, who's had a very good tennis spring or tennis season, grass court tennis season, going by what he's done in the warm-up tournaments preceding Wimbledon. Happy for Venus. Venus saved so many break points, had so many aces. I said worked for her, but she had double faults, which she is going to find worrying going into the second round against Onjebu. But also looking at Angelique Kerber, who won her first match in a long time. She had to come from one set down as well. Kevin Anderson, Lloyd Harris raising the African flag, hoisting it as well as Onjebu, who is from Tunisia. Yeah, so we're quite happy with how these people have taken to grass court. Andy Murray, British Hope, always British Hope. Right now, he's accompanied by Dan Evans, Leon Brody, who had a very good opening round. Andy Murray got it done against Bashilashvili in four sets. And Wimbledon is spicing up to be a very good occasion at the moment. Customarily, as usual, we'll have Andrei Rublev, we'll have Daniil Medvedev representing Russia and doing quite well, going by how the season has panned out up till this point. And Rublev and Medvedev have had very good seasons individually. And they started with the ATP Cup, where they rolled over pretty much everyone. And they also have Arsene Karasev, who's beating Novak Djokovic. Also, we've got Karen Khachanov, who's not had a very good season by his standards, but yeah, he keeps going. And we also have Dominic Thiem, who I haven't really seen the best of this season. Hopefully, he can kickstart when the hard courts, which is his favorite surface, gets underway. Well, we'll have Cincinnati, hopefully. The US Open is going to see the return of Rafael Nadal, who decided to skip Wimbledon, as well as the upcoming Olympics tournament. Yeah, that will be all for today. We hope that next week or next 2 weeks, when we'll be back, we'll have a better coverage of tournaments, the Euros, Wimbledon. Well, before I leave, we're also going to talk about the NBA playoffs, even though I didn't start at all talking about it or saying or giving it quite the introduction it deserves. Well, the Hawks came back. Giannis Antetokounmpo had to also leave the court with injury. Of course, it has been easy pickings for the All-Stars when it comes to the injury front. Giannis also had to bow out due to injury, but that didn't prevent the Hawks from dominating the box, because when I say prevent, people get confused. Of course, Trae Young, who is their talisman, and their main man wasn't there, but other guys had to do it all. Lou Will, Clint Capella were there smoking for the Hawks. So it is 2-2, evenly poised at the moment. In the early hours of tomorrow morning Nigerian time, we are going to see the Phoenix Suns, who want to wrap it up against the Clippers. They know what the Clippers did in the last round, so you are not going to write off the Clippers. You can't take them out of the equation, of course, despite the absence of Kawhi Leonard. We're seeing the real playoff P or George doing it all for the Clippers. Of course, we've got Terrence Mann, we've got Reggie Jackson, but it has been all about Paul George. Without Paul George, the Clippers wouldn't be where they are right now. Well, the Phoenix Suns, Chris Paul had that back and forth with Patrick Beverly. Of course, he's notorious for his theatrics. Well, as the case may be, he's always maybe overly strong in his challenges, and he doesn't care if someone gets injured. He laughs people off and all of that, despite the fact that they are facing injuries when he tries to outmuscle them and all of that. But CP3 doing it all on his return to Phoenix, to the Phoenix Suns from coronavirus protocol guidelines and all of that. And then, so thank you. We'll be back next week for more.